So before I get into the obvious stuff, I just want to say a quick stat that you might not have known. The US is third in murders throughout the world. But if you take out Chicago, Detroit, DC, and New Orleans, the US is fourth from the bottom for murders. Okay, and it just so happens that those four cities have some of the most strict gun control in the entire nation. So all the violence is coming from those America gun-toting or non-gun-toting American cities. Okay? And I mean, I get the stance. If you outlaw something, it'll be a crime to have, and therefore it would happen less. But it's like taking something from a baby. The more you take, the more they want. Like in Amsterdam, it has some of the least amount of cannabis abuse in the whole city because cannabis is legal there. If you're just scared of the redneck down the road coming to shoot you, or the hood behind you, it's really not a matter of gun control. It's a matter of how we perceive our society. It's a question of morality. And back in the day when the Second Amendment was written, people trusted each other more and had more fear of the government than of their own people. And yet today, we're scared of each other because of government propaganda as well. So, I mean, the same people who are against police brutality, which everyone should be, in the same breath, they only want cops to be armed. So you really need to zoom out before you make a judgment. Vice President Biden said in 2007, if the president takes us to war without congressional approval, I will call for his impeachment. He's totally silent today. Putin orders massive strike against Saudi Arabia if the West attacks Syria. Okay. Obama just signed an executive order, of course while Congress is on vacation, that doesn't allow for the importation of any American arms if they're outside of our country. Basically, M1 Garands, you can't bring them back if they're already in a different country. And this is ridiculous. Name one crime that happened with an M1 Garand, okay? The Crips and Bloods got their Max and Uzis, fully automatic, might I add. Then you want to ban M1 Garands, okay? Sorry, got some burps from peanut butter and honey toast. Okay, and by the way, it says source after source says that the Syrian rebels used the sarin nerve gas, not the Syrian government. And guess who those rebels are? Al-Qaeda, the same people we are fighting in Afghanistan. So we're going to help out the Al-Qaeda rebels in Syria. Meanwhile, we're fighting them in Afghanistan because they have to guard the opium over there for the drug trade, of which American government is a part of. And Obama, he ordered a study on gun violence, and the results are in. Guess what? 61% of gun-related deaths are suicides. In a nation of 300 million, mass shootings kill an average about 20 people per year. And people who defend themselves with guns are less likely to be killed or injured by criminals than those who do not. There's your results. Leave us the fuck alone. Don't tread on me. And now the Defense Department says Catholics, evangelicals, Jews, and Mormons are extremists like Al-Qaeda. No more First Amendment. Like Rand Paul says, America's mission should always be to keep the peace, not police the world. And Obama's saying there's no reason an American should have an assault-style rifle, and at the same time, he arms Syria and the Mexican gangs with fully automatic guns, of which we don't even have, okay? This is a crazy deception going on, people. Can you wake up? Can you fucking stop doing your little fashion shows and your little TV watching and just break out of your patterns and join the movement? Because we don't have enough people. And everyone's saying if Obama starts the Syria war, he should be stripped of his Nobel Prize. He should have been stripped way back. He should have never gotten a Nobel Peace Prize. Come on. I don't smoke cigarettes, but they say in Illinois, throwing 3 cigarette butts onto the ground could make you a felon. Okay? Which makes you not allowed to vote or have a firearm. Okay? I mean, they're just all these little things that are about no guns. Oh yeah, let's let Colorado and Washington do their own thing. But if you have a weed permit, you can't get a gun permit. I already said that in my last video. Jesse Jackson calling gun owners terrorists and racists and anti-government. Well, you're right about anti-government, and you want to promote Obama, who's clearly a terrorist and who's clearly a racist. You know, the irony is stupendous. So let's bomb a place to send a message that bombing is wrong. Good logic, buddy. I mean, the mainstream media has now openly admitted that the FBI and the CIA are reading your emails. I mean, this is police state 101. And if you think, oh, well, they can read my emails, all they're going to see is porn. Well, it's not the point, okay? Stop making jokes like, well, I hope they can read it so they can see how much I hate them. That's not the point. If you're going to joke around about freedom, then you might as well just move to fucking China. Meanwhile, our Pope is bowing down to Muslim queens and putting his hand in his pocket like that for pictures, just like the Freemasons. Shit's adding up. I mean, all it is confirming everything that us crazy tin hat people have been saying. Okay? I mean, the rebels in Syria admitted it. They admitted they were responsible for the chemical attack. Now Obama wants to invade the government. Okay. Does mean he's not using logic. He's using an agenda. Okay. I mean, even Russell Brand knows it. I mean, some celebrities are speaking out. Russell Brand, James Woods, a lot of random people. But that could be part of the plan too. And in the meantime, Chicago is starting sex education for kindergartners. I mean, liberals have no fucking moral compass right now. All they want to do is change. How about you just leave everyone the fuck alone, like a libertarian? I mean, why don't you just let people live their lives and let us have our Bill of Rights and see what happens then, okay? I mean, I don't see any left-wingers protesting the war in Syria. That's my kitty. So, yeah, hop on it, y'all. You're for peace and love, right? Well, if you are, then get that damn Obama sticker off your bumper. You want to, attack Syria for chemical poisoning, and yet Obama just signed the Monsanto Protection Act so they can poison our food without any federal cases against them. Sad. Really sad. I mean, a welfare recipient, their average income a year is 60 grand. Okay, meanwhile the military gets 18 grand. The fast food employees get 16,000. Why are you paying people who don't do shit more than people who get up off their asses every day? Oh, because you want everyone under the fucking eye of the government. So once you're responsible for all your people, then you can just take it away because you had so much power in the first place. You gave them that power. And liberals want to be like, well, we hate Assad because he kills his own people. So we should do something about it. Have you ever heard of Ruby Ridge or Waco? I mean, we've done the exact same thing. Except it's just not on the news anymore. It was on for one day, and then it's gone. Janet Reno gets a slap on the wrist, and then she even said her sources for the Waco invasion, I don't really remember. Oh my God. And meanwhile, rapists are getting 30 days in prison, and potheads getting 3 years. There's your priorities for you. But I mean, it works out because prison is like a Democrat paradise. Only cops have guns. You get free healthcare and free food. In 2009, when I noticed that Obama's election, he is in residence with time wave 0. There's a huge drop right when Obama gets elected, okay? And at the time, I thought it was a good thing because it corresponded to the American Revolution, dinosaurs' extinction, the formation of the moon. But it's just the man of perdition setting up the end times. That's how important this is, okay? He will betray America, okay? And that's that. I mean, he already has betrayed us, but he's going to be the one to literally push the button. And they're just, as the Grok says, that he's just getting a motive right now, so as to, when that day comes, be like, oh, because all that stuff added up, bam, I get to do this. This is planned, people. This is very much planned. And if you don't think so at this point, you might as well just fucking fluoride your brain out. Hello, kitty. 1 second. If you want to say voter ID cards are racist, then, I guess we don't need IDs to buy guns then, huh? Or else it'd be racist. and Obama just recently referenced the army. He called them my military. Are those not the words of a dictator? Can you not see how his mind works? Okay, it's not for you. It's for the bankers that pay him. Syria is having protests right now. They have thousands of people walking the streets saying, please don't invade us. And I mean, pretty much only 9% of America is for this Syrian war. But the mainstream media wants to be like, yeah, we got to do this, fuck off. Why should we believe you? But thank God people like Cornel West is calling Al Sharpton out, saying he's a bona fide house Negro of the Obama plantation. That's exactly it, okay? Oh yeah, and Obama administration is forcing churches to get baptism permits. More Christian persecution for you. Oh, but the biggest thing is this picture. John Kerry showed this picture in reference to the war on Syria. But guess what the picture is of and when it was in 2003 of the Iraq war. He's using false pictures to further push this scary agenda. This is really fucking crazy. Shaking my head. I mean, I have no clue. I have no clue why people aren't pissed. I mean, do you just drink your life away? Are you on prescription drugs? Are you in a heavily fluoridated county? Are you just dumb? Please know that something is going on. I mean, you want to get the IRS to enforce Obamacare? When she pleads the fifth on asking questions if the IRS targeted conservatives, she pleads the fifth? They're going to be in charge of Obamacare? And they have AR-15s now? Facepalm. This is not a joke. You got to be speechless at times like this. I mean, as they say, the founding fathers would be shooting by now. Do you not know what they died for? They died for freedom. They didn't die so we could chill and make YouTube videos to talk about corruption and tyranny. But at the same time, this same government we're criticizing kills people like Chris Kyle, who could have united Texas and had us secede. They're killing off the main folks who could actually help people and do something right. No, it wouldn't make sense, okay? So meanwhile, there's 8,000 home invasions a day, and you can't have a gun like this in New York because it has a 15-round capacity. What makes you think? You know what I'm gonna say. Same shit I always say. Since the world isn't changing, hell if I am.